Alright, hello everybody, Darthnick back again with another Fallout 4 video. Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about how to generate some extra cash in Fallout 4. Caps are pretty hard to come by. You have to do missions, and you might get 100 cap reward, you might not, you might get next to nothing, or maybe some new gun that you're never going to use, and you just end up selling that crap and making a little bit of cash out of what's left over. You can see here I've got a few bits of raider armor from a recent mission I've completed, and they're not worth very much though. Maybe the most expensive is like 80 caps, and the rest are pretty cheap, and you never get the full price when you sell them anyway, so you can end up carrying around a lot of stuff that you collect during your missions. Ammo is a good one because it doesn't weigh anything, but everything else does. So, I mean, ammo is good to get some caps without having to carry huge amounts of stuff taking up your limit, but yeah, you don't get that much unless you unlock some of the perks later on in the game. I'll show you some of them to give you an idea of what I mean. So, for example, we have the Fortune Finder perk, which at early stages means you find more caps in containers, and at later stages means people, when they die, explode in a shower of caps. But it's never that much, it's about 16, 17, maybe 20 caps. Another good one is Scrounger, collect more ammunition. Again, ammunition is plentiful, it doesn't weigh anything, so it doesn't weigh you down. You can carry as much of it and just collect as much as you can and then just sell it off all in one go. I mean, look, I got 5,000 rounds there of 5 milli. That's basically from just doing lots of quests and not selling it. So I've collected all this ammunition over time. Okay, so we'll have a little look at those are the main ways that the game allows you to earn money, but there's lots of other better ways to earn money. You can actually earn a lot more money by doing pretty much nothing in this game. I'll explain how to do that in a moment. A good way I've found, and possibly the best way so far, is generating excess aid, so water and excess food at your settlement will mean whatever's excess you can pick up and actually sell or use to make chems, drugs, food and other things. So that's just a little sneak peek. You can see these are all large water purifiers. Sanctuary is quite unique in that it's an island, it's surrounded by water pretty much, almost completely on one side, and there's lots of room for you to build water purifiers there. As you can see, I've gone kind of overboard. I think there might be like 20, 25 plus, maybe 30 of these things out here. And that of course takes up a lot of power, a lot of energy, so we've got to have the a good amount of energy produced by these generators over here. So we have literally just got a field of generators that's taking up a space where a house could be, but it's worth it when you see the results that I get. So we'll come to what I'm actually achieving by doing this in a moment, but you can see that's the setup. It did take a little while to do. I had to collect all the junk to build all these water purifiers. They don't come for free. You do have to get the junk or buy the junk to build them, but it's a great investment. Once you've done it, they pretty much pay for themselves. So let's have a little look around Sanctuary. I'm not sure if any of you guys saw my earlier videos, but it's advanced quite a lot since I first built this little town. We've got a trading post here. This little beauty generates cash for me from passing trade caravans, tax if you will. Also as well around the town you'll notice we have lots of general stores. This is the Vault-Tec rep, who is a level 4 trader. If we go in and look at his inventory, if he shuts up, there we go. If we go in and have a little look at his inventory, we'll be able to see that he's got a lot more than your average general trader. Huge amounts of junk that we can then buy, which is pretty awesome. So we'll come back to him in a moment. Now, because I have all these stores, I have, I think, 6 out here, 7 out here. I think I possibly have another 8, 9 or 10 inside here as well. What these stores do for me, as well as allowing me somewhere to sell my wares after each mission, they also benefit me because they generate cash for me on a daily basis. So for each day these stores are running, and depending on how many people I have in the community, will affect how much money it generates. Now, I think I have, let me just count these up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over here, I think, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 over here, and there's 4 more upstairs. That makes 13, and I think from memory there's 7 outside, so that's 20 stores in this community, which is a lot of traders. I also have up here, I've got a little nightclub with some disco balls, shiny disco balls, bit of a strobe light going on, bit of music going on as well. These stores up here are for alcohol and drugs, which I thought would be quite fitting, being that it's a nightclub up here on the 2nd floor. Anyway, I digress. So as I was going back to talking about the stores, we can actually go in here and check and see under miscellaneous how much money it's generating. Now, bearing in mind I just collected, I think, 400 or 500 caps about 5 minutes before making this video, and since that's happened I've already generated another 50 caps from the store, so it is literally generating money all the time for me, and that will reach a certain level, I think probably about 400 or 500 caps depending on the size of the community. If you actually see, this community is quite large. It's got 35 people in total up there on the top left hand side of the screen. So this community is actually generating a lot of cash for me. I don't really have to do anything, I just build the stores, and over time money just appears in my workstation. What's happened here? That's better. There's just some magazines I've collected. You could sell them, but I don't know, I kind of like collecting them. Same with the bobbleheads. I think I'm up to, what are we on, 11 or 12 now, bobbleheads, not bad. So yeah, generating cash. I mean, I put a lot of stuff that I don't want from the missions, so extra weapons that I've picked up. There's some quite good ones I've picked up from the story mode. That one's from the railway, the deliverer. There's also some other bits and bobs that I haven't got around to selling or giving to people in my community. Obviously there's a lot of money just in this safe here in my home base. I could probably pick up a lot of this stuff and sell it for about 30,000 caps total. There's a lot of nuclear launchers and stuff in there. 2,000 caps, yeah boy. So moving on, after we've doing missions, obviously we generate cash through selling the stuff, the excess stuff from the missions. But going back to what I was talking about earlier, we're actually generating excess water and excess food for this community. As I explained earlier, we have the water treatment facilities, the purification facilities, which I will admit I went a bit crazy on. You can see them in the distance there. That's a lot of water purification systems, and it just goes on and on into the distance. So that's generating a lot of excess water. If we look at the total number of people I have in the community, is 35. I'm not sure if you can see that at the top of the screen. I have 975 water being generated. So that's a lot of excess water to go around. Now, what that means for me is that every day about 600-700 bottles of water appear in my workstations. That's right, every day, without fail, no matter what, I will get that delivery of excess water. Unless I turn off the power to all the machines. Now you can see there we've got 873 bottles just sat there. So it's even more than I first imagined. If we also go through here, we'll see we've got some excess food that's been generating corn, 44, carrots 41, A bit of gourd. Probably going to be some mute fruit in there. Oh, no, not today. I must have sold it already. You can also see in here there's a lot of other things I've been making, like vegetable soup. So I just get so many ingredients from my garden, excess ones, that I'm able to just make hundreds of those things and then sell them. So as I was saying, we've got 800 bottles of water here. Let's see how much that equates to in actual cash. So we'll go back outside and go and talk to our friend, the Vault-Tec rep, who's my top salesman at the trading store. Let's have a quick chat.
What have you got to trade today?
So bearing in mind we've got enough money to buy everything on his list today, let's do that. This is the sort of buying power that having 870 bottles of water per day affords you. So what do we got there? 1,130 caps. That would usually cost me, so that'd be almost over half my money, I think, or nearly half my money. I don't want to do that. I actually want to get that for free, thank you very much, and I'll also take every penny and cap that you have in your inventory, so I estimate that to be approximately 2,200. Let's just see if I can do this. So 2,000, what did I say, 2,200, we'll do it just under 2,176 caps in total for 136 bottles of water. Yeah, we didn't have to pay a penny. Actually overpaid him a little bit there, my maths was a little bit off.
You came through for us.
But not to worry, it didn't cost us anything.
If you need a weapon, you've come to the right place.
Okay, let's do the same again with this guy. What's he got available? Well, we want some fusion cores and we want some fusion cells, some missiles. I think we'll take all this plasma, and we'll take all of his flamer fuel. We'll take all of the 5 milli rounds as well. Why not? We can afford it. And let's go through and see if he's got any interesting grenades for us to buy. At the moment, I'm not buying anything less than plasma grenades or cryogenic grenades. Frag grenades and Molotovs I literally sell or give to my companion. Okay, so we've got 1,956 caps worth of gear there that we bought. Let's see if we can get that cost down. So again, we're going to go back to the water that again is generating for free. I mean, once the water purifiers are built, we don't have to worry about a thing. Let's drop in 3,000 caps worth of bottles and see what happens. Yeah, just over. And now, yeah, so there we see we left him with 165 caps. Let's just finish him off. Take all of his money. There, he's down to 5 caps, that'll do. And so I basically just do this every day. When I get time, if I'm not doing a mission, I'll literally just pick up the water, go around, go from store to store. What the hell is this cow doing here? I will go from store to store. I've actually invested in each of the stores as well, so they all have an extra 500 cap buying limit. Basically, I pay them 500 caps, and they always have more money for me to then to pay for stuff that I've brought to them to trade or sell. So let's just have a quick look through. I mentioned earlier we had some weapons and or armor that we didn't need anymore. So let's sell some of this stuff. It's mainly just raider clothing. Okay, so we'll sell that much. So she owes us 236. Let's take those caps, and she owes us, well, she has 691. Let's do that again. 691. So we'll do 688. Taking almost all the money. My caps has now gone up to 5,602. So we're literally making thousands of caps in a minute. I mean, we're just selling this water